Okay, so we're getting ready for our road trip to Destin, Florida. And this is really kind of a twofold kind of thing. This is our 25th wedding anniversary for my wife and I. And this is a destination we wanted to go to for some time now. And so, as you've seen in my previous videos, I can't help myself but, share a little bit of science along the way with my viewers. So I'll also be doing that on our 25th anniversary. So give it up for my wife for, putting up with me all these years. So I love her. And this will be a great trip. And you guys will be able to follow us along the way, and we'll see some really cool sights. The cool thing about our trip this time is we're going to be on the road for about 3 weeks. And really only one of those weeks we have a reservation at a location at Destin. Other than that, we don't have any agenda. We're just taking a road trip, and just if we want to see something, we're going to stop and do it. We don't have a real big budget, but we'll do what we can. If the weather holds up, we'll camp out a little bit just to save a little money on overnight costs. That way we have more funds to kind of do some of the fun things we want to do. So we have lots of hopes and plans along the way, but we'll share those as we get into them. We're actually a day before we leave, and so I just wanted to show a little video of us kind of getting ready. And so as we're kind of going through the house, I kind of point out a few things. Right here on the table we got just, we have some food items and stuff we're going to be taking. We're kind of getting our bathroom bags together. And stuff to kind of pack up. In my previous trip, when we went to Las Vegas, we took our travel trailer. And this time we're taking our Jeep, so that should be fun. But it is going to require almost every bit of space available in that Jeep to pack all the stuff we're going to be taking along with us. So I'll kind of show you some of the things we're taking. So right here we have some snorkeling gear. We're kind of hoping to do some of that. Some fishing equipment. Our tent. If we end up finding some place that's a decent location to camp and the weather's not too hot, we'll do some of that. I've got my own bag of stuff, basically clothes. This is just miscellaneous stuff, things that we'll probably need along the way. We have a boogie board that we purchased in Florida a number of years ago, and then my wife's stuff. And then I've got a lot better equipment this time. So the last few videos, in fact, most of the videos I've shot up until this point have been on a Cisco flip cam. And right now I'm recording on a Hero 2 GoPro camera, but I've also got 2 Hero 3s that I'll be recording with this time around, as well as for you guys that are interested in the video side of this thing and what it takes to put together a production. I purchased this, or my wife actually got this camera for me this year for Christmas, and this is a 7D Mark II. It is Canon's newest release of camera, and it shoots still shots as well as video and time-lapse. So I'll be using this quite a bit in areas where, I have the ability to use this camera. I'll be using the GoPro inside the vehicle and on time-lapse type situations. But still, I'll probably be using this one for a lot of things as well. I have multiple lenses for this one. I have a 300 millimeter here. This one here is a wide angle, and it's a 16-35, also by Canon. This is a really great lens. This is kind of my go-to lens. I use it for practically everything. I also have a 50 millimeter lens here that I'll be using as, somewhat, maybe not for much video, unless it's more of a, romance kind of look, because you have a lot of depth of field with this lens, and so it fuzzes out a lot of the background. So you may be seeing this on maybe some sunsets and stuff during the video shooting during this trip. And then this camera, this is kind of my big Mambo Jumbo camera, and this is a Canon XF 300. And so I love this camera. It's great. The only downside of this camera, of course, is the size. And so this will be mostly outdoor, non-small public places, I guess you would say. So if we're dining somewhere and I'm shooting something at a restaurant or somewhere in a small location, probably not going to be taking this camera with me. I would love to. It does great in low light. It also does an awesome job at time-lapse. In fact, we'll be time-lapsing our loading of our vehicle here in a little bit. This camera is going to be used to do a little bit of time-lapse, as well as one of the GoPros that I'll be using. But I love this camera. I guess the only downside is you can't change lenses on this camera. But you know what? You really don't need to. It has a pretty wide range. It is an 18x zoom, and that is a full zoom, not digital. So it is crisp and clear, and you'll see a lot of really great things coming off this camera. I have a homemade windscreen on this. Doesn't do great, so if you catch a lot of wind noise during this video, that may be the case, that I'm catching a lot of wind off of this. I'm also using a lavalier mic, so I'm using wireless mics throughout this video production. You can see the transmitter on my belt, the receivers on the GoPro right now. But what's cool about that receiver is I'll be able to get a lot better quality audio during this video. As my kids are getting older, it's getting harder and harder to get more camera crew to come along with me because, you know, hey, I'm on a self budget. I don't have sponsors. Unless you want to sponsor me, hey, send me a comment and I'll tell you where to send me money if you want to help sponsor my videos. But in the meantime, this is kind of pro bono work. I don't get paid for it. My family doesn't get paid for it. But my daughter is staying home, and she's one of my camera people usually on trips like this. If you've seen my Caribbean video or my Las Vegas video, which I'll kind of plug here in the video so you can click on those if you want to check those out. Anyway, my daughter's staying home. This is Kaylee. She's right here. She'll be kind of maintaining things as we're away. And she is going to be doing great, mowing the lawn, kind of taking care of things here. My son, if you noticed at the end of my Las Vegas video, he's now married and lives in Albuquerque, and he's also been a nice hand to have around for camera work. So camera work's going to be up to my wife and I during this trip. And oftentimes my daughter and son will take the camera when my wife's too embarrassed to film. So I hope that's not the case this trip. But I'll tolerate it. She's always tolerated me. And we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we're going to be filming us loading our vehicle here in just a moment in a time lapse. We're going to actually be doing that in my backyard, and that is for security purposes because, you know, in your neighborhood in today's time, when you're going on a long road trip and you're not going to be around, kind of nice not to let your neighbors know you're going to be going for a long period of time somewhere. So we're going to be packing up in the backyard. We'll be leaving out in the afternoon tomorrow, heading on our way to who knows where. But we'll take you along and we'll find out where we stop. So that's a wrap right now, and we'll take you to the time lapse right here.